Yo, yo, party people! RomeBros back again. Well, we might be back for the first time, just depending on how the last episode uploads or doesn't upload. We're having a few technical difficulties here in the lab, but we are going to persevere and push through. My name's Darius, my main man Marcel off to my right-hand side, and we're about to philosophize in between those thighs. That rhymed, but yeah, that was a bit invasive. So, like, with consent.
Yes, if you do not consent to our philosophization between your thighs, please click off this video now.
Right, yeah. Only willing participants.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say the things I say.
We're not really sure what happened to that last video, if it even exists.
Yeah.
When I hit stop recording, it didn't stop. And then I had to force quit it. And then the video was there on my computer, like in the file. But if you open it up, you like can't fast forward through it. Like it starts playing, you know, that's cool. And like it shows the first part, but I'm not going to sit there and watch another hour. I might end up having to see if it's all there. But it like just won't let us fast forward. So if I can end up recovering it, then hey, this is the next episode. If I can't recover it, then hi for the first time for this one. Yeah.
Hello, back after a couple
I guess we do
weeks.
them every week, though, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll see. But, would the kids these days, would they say that file is cursed? What is that,
No.
No? That's not a...
No, cursed is, like, something that, like, is, like, painful to look at.
Oh, okay. So, like, secondhand embarrassment?
That's more cringe.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Although cursed can be cringe. Those are
so,
are pretty similar concepts.
Hand in hand.
But cursed is more of like things that are like just like they're not supposed to exist.
Okay.
Like I don't know. Like let's just Google search cursed images. This is a great way to start this off here.
Yeah,
I have a computer right next to me.
Teaching
here.
a boomer Zoomer speech. So yeah, this is cool.
Images.
Like we're bridging gaps here. That's what we do here on the RomeBros, man. We
Yeah. So something like this would be considered cursed.
Oh my god, okay, so for the viewers at home, my main man here is showing me a picture of
a
hot dog eating a hot dog. And like his face is the bun and his tongue is the hot dog.
Yeah, it's things that you're just like, I don't want to have to look at that anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, you don't want to see it, but then once you see it, you can't unsee it. So like, yeah, I definitely will probably see that when I close my eyes this evening. Which I hope I don't, because that might, Oh, okay, so, this one, at first I thought I was looking at a koala, but it's a guy with some sort of koala-like skin suit.
A hat.
It's a hat, but, like, the legs are...
I also got Buff Barney.
Yeah, I could have gone my whole life without seeing that, because, like, Barney looked like he was packing heat there as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much what cursed is. You could have gone your whole life without seeing that.
Yeah. So, like, was that, like, an AI-generated image of Barney, you think?
It might have been, I don't know.
God damn, dude.
It's possible.
I never...
Es posible.
Well, and, you know, I always find a way to throw in an urban legend in each episode, and growing up, there was an urban legend that they had to replace the guy that was playing Barney because apparently he molested...
I don't think that was a legend. I heard that one, too.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Oh, man.
I don't know the validity of it, but I did definitely hear that one.
So maybe you guys can, offer some clarification on that in the comments. Was the guy that played Barney initially a child molester? But
don't. You don't have to tell us that.
Well, I'd be curious to know.
Okay, well, if Big D wants to know. I could go my whole life without knowing that.
Well, because I don't want, like,
Big D needs to know.
What if that guy is just, like, trying to move on with his life, you know? And they're like, he puts on his fucking resume, I played Barney, and they're like, oh, are you the Barney that fucked those kids? You know? Like, so maybe if we could offer a little, like,
what do they want?
Vindication for the initial, Barney actor. Or was there even more than one Barney? Like, who's to say? But,
they just want it like this.
Yeah, but that Barney that he just showed me had, like, a fucking mean bulge going on.
We'll put it as the,
that's
the video
thumbnail of
the
this,
video thumbnail,
this one, you'll see.
If this one doesn't corrupt as well.
Right. But yeah, if you've ever wondered what Barney would look like with a giant
super
bulge.
Jacked.
Yeah, and very jacked. But
did he have a bulge? I didn't.
Yeah, it was large. Like, goddamn.
Cursed images.
So yeah, what are we talking this week?
We're
talking
Bulge,
Invincible.
We can talk whatever. I mean, yeah, I just watched. Oh yeah, you did have it right.
Yeah, man. Like, why does Barney need a dick that big?
Damn.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. All right. Hey, respect, Barney. You know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about Invincible. I don't know if many of our viewers will be able to relate. Invincible is a fantastic TV show.
Yeah, it's
not
incredible.
TV show.
Well,
streaming show.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Incredible.
Absolutely incredible. We're going to go to massive spoilers here. So if you do want to watch it, which we do highly recommend, please click off this video, watch it first, come back. There is a season and a half out so far. Total of 13 episodes.
13 season 1? Yeah, and then we're...
Well, you got 8 season 1, 4 so far season 2, plus the 1 extra one.
Okay, alright. So yeah,
it's 13 total episodes, so that'll probably take about 10 hours.
Yeah.
Watch all of them.
Give or take, yeah.
Good
stuff though. It'll fly right by. Like
it is absolutely incredible. Season 1, one of the best TV shows or shows, whatever, I don't know what you call them these days.
Yeah.
That I've ever seen. I would put it up there with Arcane. I know Big D did not like Arcane. Try to get him to watch Arcane. Arcane's also good.
You helped me realize something about myself that because like as an anime fan, you always hear about like animation snobs or people that are hung up just on the visuals of things, and I didn't think that I was one of those people, but apparently I am. Like I couldn't.
I thought the visuals of Arcane were fine.
I don't like computer generated shows, man. Is
Invincible not computer generated?
Well, no, that's hand. Well, I don't know if it's hand drawn, but it looks more, on the, it looks more on the drawn side of things as opposed to.
I'll take your word for it. I don't. Yeah, I'm not super into that stuff. I'm just there for the plot.
Well, I thought I was too, but it gave me flashbacks to. I made mention of the block of animated shows that I used to watch back in the day on the Cartoon Network on Toonami. It gave me flashbacks of this show called Reboot, and which Reboot in itself, like, the plot was really good, but it was a computer-generated show, so, like, the movements and stuff were a little clunky, and then, too, in a lot of instances, like, I would be watching it, just because it was something that was on, and also, too, I would just be pissed off that it wasn't a new episode of Dragon Ball Z. So I had a lot of misplaced anger for Reboot.
So you're taking out your anger of Reboot on Arcane.
A lot of unresolved issues there. That go back decades of just being a. And I guess like ultimately as a kid, like I longed for the days of television where we are now, where you can just stream whatever you want whenever you want, as opposed to just sitting through some bullshit in hopes of something good will come on eventually. Like, but yeah, man, just, like, in which, I didn't mind Samurai Jack so much. Samurai Jack was pretty good. Gundam was incredible. But yeah, like, sometimes...
Damn!
Yeah, Gundam was... Because, like, that's... Oh, man, it was like... Child soldiers.
Child labor.
Yeah, forced to pilot big robots.
Right.
And then anybody that ever saw the big robot, they automatically had to kill them because, like, if you see a Gundam, you're not allowed to live to talk about it. So, like, it was a lot of adult themes, like, in a kid package.
Doesn't sound very adult.
Murder? And
it doesn't really sound adult to me.
I don't feel like, as a kid, that should have been marketed to kids.
But I mean, you have like the Powerpuff Girls. I mean, they murdered people hard. So,
well, no, they really just beat the shit out of people and like
to death.
They never killed anybody.
I don't know. I never.
You didn't watch Powerpuff Girls? Yeah, no. Like Mojo Jojo was the main villain, but like he would show up all the time. Like they never killed him, but now they would beat the shit out of him. In which he was an animal. So like looking back on it, that's a little sad. These 3 children ganging up on this poor animal that was a science experiment, and just beating the living shit out of him, like, to the point where, like, his brain would be hanging out sometimes, and, like, yeah, they would put a fucking beating on Mojo Jojo, dude, like.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you got some adult themes everywhere, man.
Yeah. Now, I haven't made much progress since the last episode here, and again, I don't know if it's because, like, I'm being colorblind, but, like, I'm supposedly looking, I think, for this white piece.
It's not white. That's that clear piece right here.
Okay. So, yeah, I spent a whole episode looking for something that didn't exist.
To be fair, it doesn't look white.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's not. What did we coin that on the last couple of episodes? Like my.
What was interesting though is that
blindness.
you found that piece last time because you had me put it in the. You had me put it in the window last time.
Right.
So you did find that piece previously.
Selectively shade blind, apparently. Yeah.
Selectively shade blind. You heard it here first, folks.
But I conquered my fear of pushing that in there this time around, though.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. So there's that.
Anyways, Invincible.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime. Arcane on Netflix. We're not probably going to talk about Arcane, but I recommend it. I think it's great.
Soundtrack is pretty good, from what I heard.
Soundtrack's incredible.
Yeah.
One of the... I mean, I'm not a huge fan of music, but I freaking jive with almost every single song in Arcane. So that one's pretty awesome. But anyways, Invincible. I just finished watching all the episodes just this last week. I literally just finished watching them yesterday, actually the last one. Which the first 3 episodes of season 2, it was good.
Yeah. Right,
but it wasn't as good as season 1. I was a little bit let down by it, right? Again, I just had high expectations. Again, it was still good. Still highly recommend it. It just wasn't like, what I was expecting. And then episode 4, it brought it back. It brought it back pretty good. It had a lot of things I wasn't expecting in there.
Now, you made mention of Mark's mom.
Yeah.
You were a little bit let down with her character arc?
I wasn't no, I think it was fantastic. I think it was, her character arc was great.
Yeah.
I was just making it a conversation. Really.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, how did you feel about it? Because I thought it was really just incredible. The way that they handled that. Because, to show someone have their life destroyed, in such a way, it was impressive the way that they were able to show it. Because it was like, she went to that support group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people were supposed to help her.
Oh, yeah,
and then she opened up about it
fucking sad.
to this guy, and instead of the guy being understanding and like being there for part of a support group, right? They were exiled her, and it was that was fucking hardcore.
So sad, dude. Because
hardcore.
He knew, and I could see if she went to the support group and the first day she was like, yeah, my husband was Omni-Man with no context, and then he's like, well, fuck, Omni-Man killed my wife, fuck you, lady. That would make more sense than she opened up to him and told him she had no idea who he really was. He had lied to them their entire relationship, and then for him to still just be like, you should go. It's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Your wife's already dead. She was lied to.
Whoa, man.
No, dude.
She's dead, dude.
She's all, and it's not like she fucking killed his wife. You know what I mean? She was lied to, just like the rest of the entire planet about who this dude was. She wasn't rooting him on, yeah, be this scumbag and fucking kill everybody. She had no idea.
It was just.
I felt so terrible for her.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
And then didn't she still somehow end up protecting him in some way? I feel or something.
No, he wasn't in. That was the very end of episode 3. Was when that happened, and then he wasn't even in episode 4. So now maybe he'll make another appearance. I would assume he probably will. Honestly.
Hopefully to get fucking murdered. That's.
He was a dick, but
fuck that guy. Man.
You gotta. He was kind of a dick about it, but you could see where he was coming from.
How? Where is
his wife died?
Where is he coming from?
From him not wanting to talk to the wife of the person who killed his wife.
So, if a guy murders your family, are you mad at his spouse?
I wouldn't want to talk to him because they're a reminder of the atrocities that occurred.
I feel him going home and seeing family photos would be more of a reminder, or that's not her fucking fault, man.
It's not, but we're the viewers, right? But you can see why he might be a dick there.
I couldn't.
He is being a dick.
Yeah.
You can see why. I at least could see why he might be being a dick.
I was just what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it was pretty hardcore. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, dude. I felt so bad for her.
Yeah, for sure. But then the next episode, she had a little change of heart. She talked with the dude, and I was just saying, because I took a break between episode 1, 2, 3, and episode 4, and in that break, I was like, where the hell is the costume guy? The guy who made Omni-Man's costume was a pretty big, pivotal plot point in the season 1.
Yeah.
And he hadn't made any appearance in the first 3 episodes, and I was like, where the hell is this dude? And then boom, he comes in episode 4, freaking cheers Debbie right up, and then Debbie, feeling empowered, sticks to Cecil and is like, frick you, Cecil, I don't need your help.
In which, okay, again, misplaced anger. Yeah, Cecil's a piece of shit, but
Well, what?
Why not take his money?
Why are we calling Cecil a piece of shit here? Hold up.
He makes the hard decisions. He does, but like, he's basically using Mark to figure out how to kill Omni-Man.
Pieces. Yeah, but like someone's got to do it.
Kill Omni-Man?
No, protect the world in case things go bad.
I don't feel like you should manipulate a kid that's just trying to help and figure out who he is in the world. You know.
I mean, probably not, but like I said, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to figure out a way to beat Omni-Man and potentially Invincible in the event that he does go rogue.
But why would he, though? If he's more human...
You don't know. Like, that's the thing. Cecil's sitting here and his experiences show that people go rogue when they have a lot of power. Right? Omni-Man did it. Well, there's other
Omni-Man didn't go villains. Rogue. He was already rogue, and they weren't aware of it. But, like, looking back on it...
But how did Cecil not know that Invincible is rogue?
I see what you're saying. Okay, like, what if he's just playing the part as well? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
like,
that makes sense.
You know, he doesn't know. Yeah. So Cecil has to be careful. Cecil's a very cautious guy. He plans for every potential outcome. That's his whole identity, you know? He looks ahead, he says, okay, what could happen, even if it's unlikely, and am I prepared for that? Which is a lot like me. I do the same thing. I'll look at a lot of different situations that could happen and be like, could I handle that if that happened to me? And if not, even if it's pretty unlikely, I'll still try to plan for it.
You know, one of the more impressive of your personality traits is you fucking stay on theme. And the theme of the day is Batman. And I feel like you just slick told us you have a contingency plan to murder everyone you know, like if you need to.
I mean, not murder. If it's like really unlikely, then I don't do it. And it's like responding to things that happen. Like if there was a point where I needed to murder someone, I wouldn't even let it get to that point because I have a contingency plan that would lead me away from having to murder. So I wouldn't end up being murder because I have a plan to get away from that. Alright?
Fair enough. So, like, you're, in which, honestly, like, you're one of the few people that I hang out with one-on-one for the simple fact that, like, it does cross my mind to, like, especially, like, if I'm alone with someone, like, what if this person tries to kill me? You know, or, like, what if I have to run for it, you know, and, like, try to make an escape? So, like, I can relate to that, at the very least. Like, I can see where you're coming from there.
Yeah, and then freaking because like the problem I had with again, the reason I said it wasn't very good, or as good as season 1, was because all the like twists were just really predictable for me in the first 3 episodes of season 2.
Oh, like the alternate universe deal. Like
so the alternate universe dude. First of all, I hated his whole character development because they started off with the first episode. He's a pacifist. He's trying to help the world.
Yeah, he's pretty
and then you have you know. Cecil, who's like telling Mark to take care of it and he doesn't want to listen to it, which was kind of like an interesting dynamic because like if Invincible didn't listen to Cecil, then maybe he could have, you know, heard the guy out and let him, you know, go through with his plan to save the world or whatever. But then the dude, you know, just like rips off the helmet and then like loses his mind and now wants to like kill Invincible.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did you build this guy up to be a pacifist and to seem like at least a little bit of a good guy, and then just immediately, oh, he was in an accident, now he's a bad guy. Like,
yeah,
it felt really
But, I mean, he was driven
harsh.
insane, though. Like, and the acts
Yeah, but it was like, I feel like there was a better way to get an insane villain that has portal powers that wants to kill Invincible.
As opposed to, like, introducing, hey, here's this pacifist.
Yeah, here's a pacifist. It just felt like the whole pacifist part, like, seemed like it was supposed to be important, and then it just wasn't actually important.
Yeah.
Because he just immediately, he was like, I'm not going to have my... what was it? My empire built on blood. You know, so he ripped the helmet off.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden, I want blood. You know, it's like just the whole reason you're in this accident is because you didn't want to do that, and now you're doing it.
But I mean,
so I didn't like that.
If somebody turned my head into a ball sack, I'd probably want to kill him too, though. Like, his fucking head looks gross now.
Is that why he's mad at Invincible?
I think because he turned him into a monster. Yeah,
but like he pulled his own helmet off, though. That's what I'm wondering. Is like, why is he so against the our world Invincible, right? Because our dimension Invincible is
like one of the only good ones.
So why is he so hard pressed on fricking up our Invincible?
I think he's angry that like he didn't see the vision. You know what I mean? And it's like your fault. Like, granted, yeah, I was trying to save you, but it's your fault that I'm a freak now, And then too, like, doesn't he like?
Is it because like all of the people that were attached to the machine all died, so he got all their memories?
Yeah, it's all of their brains
too?
in one brain. So like, I imagine there's probably like some.
Because what I was thinking is, like, if you had all the brains in the brain, wouldn't you be, like, pissed at every other Invincible and not this specific one? Is he just pissed at every Invincible?
I think he's mad at all of them.
All of them? Okay.
I think that eventually it's going to play out to where he's just trying to get rid of Invincible throughout all
dimensions?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Because I was just kind of sitting there, like...
Yeah, like, you're mad at the only good one.
Yeah, like, I'm like, this is the good one, man. Yeah. You said it yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, and then, like, they start off with, Season 2... where they're just showing, like, Invincible being the bad guy, right? Which was a lot of their trailers and teasers and stuff.
Yeah.
And commercials. And, going into it, right, it was like, it just felt really out of touch. It didn't seem like, how Season 1 ended should turn into this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the first thing you're thinking, like, is this a dream? Right? That's the first thing. Like, is Invincible just dreaming? He's having a nightmare.
Yeah.
He's going to wake up and be like, oh, right? But there are, like, so many, like, specific details in the dream. And it's like, if it was a dream that they're just going to, like, retcon, in, like, 10 minutes, they wouldn't have all these specific details. So, like, it's not a dream.
Yeah.
Right? And then the thing that gave it away to me was they showed Robot. And he was old Robot before he stole the body.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
yeah,
it's a parallel universe.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes perfect sense now.
But
so it was like that whole, like, twist of, oh, it's a alternate dimension that maybe got some people. I was like, I already figured that out.
Yeah,
it had to either be a dream or an alternate dimension.
Yeah.
And it seemed very, very exciting. And then what was some of the other twists that they had that I didn't like? Oh, the twist with him going to Thraxa to save the Thraxans.
Oh,
right?
and then Omni-Man.
And then it being a trick. I didn't think Omni-Man was going to be there.
Yeah.
But it was so obviously a trick.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, there's obviously not 46 billion Thraxans in danger.
Yeah.
Okay, they're obviously luring him to do something to him. Right?
Yeah.
It was like, that was just so abundantly obvious.
That was unnerving, though, man, watching him make out with one of them.
That was fucked, bro.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, how do you
bro.
get it up to fuck a cricket? Like, what is wrong with him?
That was the thing that I actually, like, not that specifically, but, like, the fact that Omni-Man went from being, just this horrible fucking dude with, like, no regard for any life at all to actually caring about, not humans, but another species.
Yeah.
Right? That was, like, awesome, because I did not expect that. That was, like, the one time that I was, like, an unexpected twist hit me, because I just did not expect Omni-Man to be like, so I'm going to turn over a new leaf.
You're good with his character development. Like, you like where he's going.
I don't like him fucking bugs.
Oh, yeah, no. That is so fucking strange.
As far as, like, him coming back and at least seeming to try to fight the Viltrumites. Now, I still am holding out a little bit of an idea that, he was told by the Viltrumites to lure Mark here, and then they're going to have this pretend fight, and, like, the whole thing was staged.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking maybe that's possible. I don't really think it is,
that's
but it's still in the brain.
That's some damn good method acting, if it's all a joke.
Yeah, that's why it's not, like, my main theory of what's going on, but it's still, like, it could have been.
They went to the hospital to sell that fucking...
Yeah.
His old boy had his fucking guts hanging out, and, like, how hardcore is that, where, like, you're laid up, impaled... And then you're like, okay, I'm just going to put my guts in a bag so I can finish the mission. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that guy was pretty hardcore.
Yeah, that was, like, crazy hardcore. Yeah. But, I felt like Mark had a good line, though, when, like, Omni-Man was looking around at all of the death and destruction, and he's like, you just did this on Earth. Like, why is it now, like, a bunch of fucking
like, this is how you should have felt on Earth.
Right!
Yeah.
Like,
that was a good line.
Yeah, like, dude, like, now
good.
that it's a bunch of fucking dead crickets, you got a conscience all of a sudden? Like,
yeah, it definitely seemed weird for Omni-Man, which is why I'm, like, thinking maybe it's a prank.
Yeah.
It's all a ruse, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely awesome. Episode 4 was...
I'm hoping...
Definitely brought it back.
I'm hoping that the season won't end before they show the Freddie Mercury Viltrumite. Like, I know you don't do spoilers, but have you seen anything about Thrag? Like, online or anything? Like,
no.
He's a Viltrumite. He looks just like Freddie Mercury, but, like... He's like the badass of all badasses, dude. Like, I'm so ready for him to get introduced. Like, he's... Oh, man.
No, I haven't really hit on that at all. But yeah, there was, and then the stuff with, dude, the thing that, like, tripped me out the most is when they showed Duncan for the first time, right? In, like, episode 1 or 2 of season 2.
I'm terrible with names. Wait, who's Duncan?
The guy, Cecil's assistant.
Oh, and he doesn't realize that, like...
No, because they just showed him. They
man.
didn't even note on it. They just showed him in, like, episode 1 or 2 of season 2, and they just, like, he was just there. He was just, like, in a scene, and I was like, he fucking died!
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then they had the scene, like, in the next episode, or later that same episode, where, like, Debbie sees him, and she's like, what the fuck? And Cecil, like, lures her away.
Yeah.
And then...
But that's what put him onto, like, why was she so shocked?
Yeah, and then he goes and looks into it, and he realizes he's fucking dead.
Yeah, man. So, like, do you think he's a robot, or do you think he's a clone? Like, what do you think's going on?
I don't know, dude. I'm excited to find out. That's one of the most interesting side plots that I'm, like, stoked about.
What if they've perfected the one guy's technology, and it's just, like...
The Muller twins?
No, the one guy that was, like, reanimating the corpse. Like, what if he's just a Reaniman, but, like, they've...
There was a Reaniman? I don't remember that one.
When they were in season 1, where the guy was abducting people at the college, and then he was, like...
Oh!
Right.
Oh,
like,
shit!
What if they just perfected that, and he is dead? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, that would be crazy. Wait, that's actually... I didn't even think about that one. Yeah, that might be... That's probably the most likely one.
Yeah, like, he's just a fucking corpse walking around.
Oh,
man.
yeah. That would be insane. But yeah, I'm really excited to find out what's going on with that one.
Oh, but shit, that's a good
also, how does Invincible get home? Because he's like...
From the...
Yeah, because like he can't... How the fuck is he going to know where Earth's at?
That is such a good question. Like, yeah, granted, he can hold his breath for weeks in space, but like, yeah, are they going to give him a fucking compass? Or like, what to get
back there? He was just told, like, we're going to kill... Also, they said they're going to kill Omni-Man. Is Omni-Man got plot armor, or is he going to die?
Well, see, that's the beauty of, even though, like, I have spoiled myself in knowing, like, what's going to happen in the comics, like, I don't know when they're going to decide to go in a different direction. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think he has a plan. Like, I think he's just accepted the fact that they're
what I'm wondering, right, is like, what if Invincible goes home to Earth, and he's like, Cecil, you're gonna call me fucking crazy, but we have to save Omni-Man. He's the only one that can help us beat the Viltrumites.
Yeah.
And then they go... and, like, somehow save Omni-Man from his execution. Which I don't even know how the fuck they would do that.
Which, yeah, because the one dude, like, just put his fucking finger on Invincible and it made a crater in the ground.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just one dude. Like, so you're gonna go to the home planet and fight, like, 100 of them motherfuckers?
I mean, we'll find out.
I don't think they have enough people on Earth, unless they get, like the big lion guy from the first season. Like, if they go and get him, and then, like... If Alan survives, like, maybe...
Dude, I was thinking about it last night, right? So they have a scene in season 2. It just seems like just a random, unimportant where Invincible goes and fights Darkwing's... What do they call him? Sidekick.
Oh, yeah, sidekick.
And he has this, like, portal dimension to, like, the Shadow Realm. And I'm like, what if they just send all the Viltrumites in there? Because Cecil now has that technology. Cecil has a hold of Dark Knight's sidekick, and it's literally just a realm that, like, only he can open. How are the Viltrumites going to get out?
That's too eezy, though, man.
I know, but I'm like, what if they do it?
Way too easy. So, I mean, they might try to do that, but I'm sure there's going to be, like, some kind of fucking, like, workaround. Because, yeah, if you could just do that, like, yeah, just open it up on their whole fucking planet, you know?
That's what I'm saying,
easy.
But, like, it's just, like, but looking at that scene, if they don't come back and use the Shadow Realm, it's like Chekhov's gun. Like, why would you show us him going into this, you know, like, nighttime city that's permanently nighttime, and show us this really fancy...
What was the deal with that? Was that his power, too?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just, like, a disaster that caused it to be like that. I don't know. And then they just show us, like, it shows, like, the nighttime city, and this crazy technology that could have put Invincible out of commission.
Yeah.
If the stupid... Darkwing assistant didn't mock him.
Yeah.
You know, if he just threw him in there and just called it a day.
Yeah,
you know, just saying, like, Invincible was done.
Yeah. Got to monologue.
Like, they show us that. Fucking. They show us that, and it's like, you have to use that now. You can't just show us that and not, like,
I didn't even think
bring
about
it back.
That, man.
I was thinking about that last night. I was like, why did they show us that if it's not, like, insanely important?
Right.
Or at least going to be mentioned later. So I think they have to use it for something.
Yeah, you would think that they would have to.
Maybe not for the Viltrums, maybe... But they got to do it for something else. Otherwise, there's just no point in showing it. But that was like... That was wild. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because that guy was pretty fucked up, man. He was,
Well, I mean, you know, his his mentor died. So.
And like, how was that Invincible's fault?
It wasn't. Invincible was coming to stop him, and he was just like playing with him. He wasn't after Invincible or anything.
That's what I was like. Why is he pissed at Invincible?
No, he was just like kidnapping random people in the Night City, which I'm like, why are people even in the Night City?
Right, like fucking move.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I thought like maybe it was like just hooligans that were just running in there, being like, "Ooh, let's dare you to go to the night town,"
yeah,
or something. I don't know. But I'm excited to see what they do with that because that. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I haven't made much progress here.
It's too Invincible's too exciting.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Too exciting.
And like, I don't know. So you're more team regular chick as opposed to Mark and Adam Eve, right? You don't want to ship those two, right?
I think it's just too easy. I think like you probably like they probably would be all right.
Yeah.
But like it's just too easy. It's like, oh, everyone's doing it, so I don't want to do it just because everyone else is gonna do it.
Yeah.
Although I think like they wouldn't be like a terrible commitment. And honestly, Amber has been coming around a little bit.
Yeah.
In season 2, she has.
Yeah, she was a fucking bitch.
She was a fucking bitch season 1, but season
God
2 she has come around a little bit. I'll give her that. But you know, she was awful in season 1.
Fuck yeah, she was.
Yeah.
So, if Invincible were a video game, what kind of game do you think they should make it? Like open world RPG?
I don't know. I mean, you can do a lot with it.
1v1 fighting game?
I would think do it like a Borderlands-esque game.
Oh.
Where you're like, because Borderlands gives you the, like, you're pretty much a god. Like, you're just running around and just murdering everything in your sight. And I think that kind of fits the Invincible role because, you know, Invincible is invincible. And he can just run around and murder people if he wants to.
So would you be bummed if it was like a game based in the Invincible universe, but you had to make your own hero to try to like exist in that universe? You know what I'm saying? So you're not like necessarily playing Invincible, but like you could make a Viltrumite if you wanted to. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean that's part of like a Borderlands is you like get a whole lot of different characters you can choose from.
Yeah.
So you can choose like any different type of superhero, and then you're just running around and just running rampant, murdering all these little lowly peons that aren't, worth anything. And then you get to the boss fight, and obviously there's like a hard boss. And there's a lot of different things they could do. They could do, just a 1v1 fighting game. You pick Invincible, someone else picks Omni-Man, and you just fight it out. I mean, that would be easy. I mean, Mortal Kombat already has Omni-Man in it.
Yeah,
so,
in which that was really hard to... Because I have a lot of strong feelings about Mortal Kombat. And it was really hard not to break down and buy Mortal Kombat. But, like, I feel like after... they put Akuma in Tekken 7, and I didn't break down and buy it. Like, I was like, I'm strong enough to not, like, I'm not just gonna be a fucking cash grab for these companies that'll just put a character you like in the game because they know you're gonna buy it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I gotta be into the game itself. So, like, yeah, that's why I didn't, because Mortal Kombat, dude, is so fucking toxic. Like, that is, I feel like, outside of, like, anime fighting games where you're just, like, playing with, like, literal children, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that is the worst community I've ever had the misfortune of encountering.
Well, you never played League of Legends.
Yeah, no, yeah, so...
It can get worse, buddy. It can get worse.
Well, I don't, like, okay, so what makes the League of Legends community so toxic? Like, do you guys, like, dox each other and shit?
The problem is that it's a 5v5, okay? So you go into a game and you got 4 teammates that you've probably never met unless you have a pre-made.
Yeah.
And in fact, if you're playing the ranked mode, which is like the only mode that people actually care about, you can only bring one person you know in with you.
Oh.
So you have at least 3 people that you've never met before that you're playing with.
Yeah.
So if one of them does badly, it's their fault you lost, not yours. And they're bringing you down.
Right.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
You didn't make any mistakes at all.
Yeah. So, like, not only are you salty at 5 opponents, but then you're also salty at 3 strangers that fucked up the game for you. From being,
right, yeah.
Like,
they
new pieces of shit.
Yeah, they were bad.
God.
And it wasn't you, And the thing is it's like,
well, yeah.
You'll see any good player, who streams the game, if they're in low elo and they're playing well, they're going to very easily get out. It's like not hard for a good player to play well and leave, but people just have it in their mind that they're like, oh no, the reason I'm in this elo is because my teammates suck. It's not me. It's like, no, it's not you. We've proven it time and time again that if you're good enough, you can climb and get out.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not hard.
Damn.
If you're good. People do it all the frickin' time, but they just want to sit there and just never admit their own faults.
If you're good, and you end up with shitty teammates, but like if you still do well in the game, you'll get promoted anyway. Is that what you're saying? Or like okay, so you're saying if you're good enough, you can carry a shitty teammate to a win.
Yes.
But like, what if you're playing against a whole team of people that are just as good as you and don't have shitty teammates? Is that rare? Like, does that not happen?
Well, if you're in like high elo, then
they're probably saddled with a shitty teammate too. Is what you're saying.
What do you mean? I'm not following.
Well, okay, because you're saying like if you play well enough, you can make it out of the low rankings by carrying a shitty teammate to a win.
Yeah.
But like, what if you're playing a whole team of people that aren't shitty? Does that not happen very often? Like, is it usually...
Well, yeah, so I see what you're saying. So the team that you have is you, who's really good.
Yeah.
With a bunch of shitters.
Yeah.
And you're playing against a team of people that are not shitters.
Right.
That won't happen because the way the ranking system works, right? So if this person's really good and they're meant to be master tier, which is the highest tier, and they're playing in bronze, which is one of the lowest tiers,
right?
And let's say the players that they got in their team are all iron, which is one step below bronze, and all the people they're against are silver, which is one step above bronze. The master tier guy is so much fucking better than even the silver guys that he's gonna shit all over them.
Okay.
So even if you have a team full of iron versus a team full of silver, where the silver is guaranteed to win, if that iron team has a master, he's good enough to carry.
So zero power.
If that middle guy is only like gold, which is one step above silver, maybe he can't carry. But then he's not meant to be that much higher than bronze or silver. He's only
right.
And if he plays more and more and more, he will get games where he can't actually carry.
I see. Okay, so eventually, by the law of
law
of averages,
law of large numbers, law of averages, you'll get there.
Okay.
But people don't want to think that. People want to believe that it's their team bringing them down and it's not their fault that they're stuck in bronze.
Like, it can't be your own shortcoming. It's like, come on.
Yeah. So that's why it's so damn toxic. Whereas, like, in just a 1v1, it's just like, oh, you're using the broken character. Well, imagine having that, plus you're being brought down by your teammates. So, yeah.
A lot of salt. Yeah,
a lot of salt.
So do you get a lot of hate messages, like, after games? Is that a
thing? You can do that. You have to add the person to send them a message.
Damn.
So you have to, like, accept the friend request first. So if you accept, you're kind of opening yourself up to the hate.
Well, like, you're some poor kid, like, oh, I just made a friend on the game, and then you open the message, you fucking idiot!
You can also type in the post-game chat, but it's hidden unless you type something. So, like, if someone types, like, frick you suck your ass, unless I also type something, I won't see his messages.
Ah, okay.
Which, didn't used to be a thing.
Oh.
They had to change that, because it's so damn toxic.
Damn! So, are the pros, because, like, there's certain fighting games, like, will turn you off, like, for the pros, like, there's this game called, what was it that I was looking at this fucking guy? Well, he plays a lot of anime fighters, in which you may be... he's most famous for being good at Mortal Kombat. But, have you heard of this guy called Sonic Fox?
I feel like I've heard the name, but it's not ringing a bell or anything.
He's a very sore winner in a lot of instances. Like, he taunts people, like, on public platforms after he beats him, and it's a real turnoff for me. But, like, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, are there pro players in League of Legends like that? Like, do they, like, even at the top, like, are they shitty to one another, or is there, like, a respect aspect there a little bit, like, since they've made it that far? Like, because, like, I mean, the Tekken community in comparison, like, so far anyway, has been, like, pretty fucking wholesome. Like, in comparison, like, to, like, say, Mortal Kombat or, like, an anime fighter. But, yeah, what do you guys treat each other like when you get, like, if you're not just, like, bumming it in iron and silver, like, towards the top? Is it even toxic?
I mean, the top's still in solo queue, so not pro play, but just, like, because pro play, you have a team, right? Where, like, all 5 people, they know each other, you're bringing all 5 people in, you have a tactic, you know what your teammates do.
Okay.
So at that level, from what I've heard, I've never been in it, obviously, I'm not good, from what I've heard, they're pretty respectful to their teammates and to one another.
Yeah.
There have been stories of, some bad apples. There's this one guy named Dardock. That was his gamer name.
Mm-hmm.
And he was apparently just a dick. He'd, like, he was super good at the game, right? It's like a bunch of teams would pick him up, they would use him for like one season, and then drop him because he was so toxic. He was good, he would get shit done, but he was just so toxic. He was bringing everyone else down, and they would drop him, and then another team would be like, "Oh my god, Dark's available, let's pick him up," and they pick him up. To get one season, they drop him. So funny.
Damn, dude.
Poor dude. Kind of got what was coming to him though for being such a bitch. But,
so like, I mean, was he just rude to the other teams, or like even like talking down to his teammates?
Talking down to his teammates was the main thing. Just to the other team, it probably wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's it's all just in fun and jest and stuff. But like, when it's your own teammate, it's like, this is a team game.
Yeah.
At the pro level, you can't be talking down to those people.
God,
that's your team. But when it comes to just like solo queue at the highest level, like that Master League I was telling you about. People can still be pretty toxic. It's probably not as bad as lower, because like if you got up there, they had to be at least a little bit decent. So you can usually just say, oh, this person's just having a bad game, probably.
Yeah.
But they'll definitely flame each other and stuff. I mean, it's there at all levels of play.
Damn, dude. I just, man, like, you think about those, like, high-stakes money matches and shit like that, I just don't see how you would be able to hold your composure. Especially knowing that you got, like, 4 other people's hopes and dreams riding on the match as well. Like, that's just intense, man. Like, it seems like a lot to deal with.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend League of Legends to anyone. Arcane, do recommend that. League of Legends, no.
I do feel like at some point I am going to give that another attempt. I need the right circumstances, and I need some time alone, I feel like. Because, like, my wife's got to be, like, on her fucking deathbed for me to get her to watch a cartoon. I still don't even remember.
Did she not watch Invincible?
That's what I was just trying to say. I don't remember how I convinced her to. Like, I think I bribed her with, like, a foot rub or some shit.
Okay.
And I was just like, let's just leave this on while the foot rub's going, and if you don't want to watch the next episode, like, I won't have to. You know, how I got her to watch The Walking Dead, she was sick with the flu. And, like, just confined to the couch. And I was like, I'm just going to put this on. And if you don't want me to start the next episode, I won't bring this up ever again. And then, like, we watched all of the available episodes. Like, after episode 3, she was like, just stop asking me. We're going to watch this. I'm like, okay. Cool. But, it's got to be the very right circumstances for me to get her to watch a cartoon. So, I'll probably have to...
Do you, like, need her to watch it with you, or, like...
Well, no, it would just be easier if she was into it, too, because, like, I'd say, like, in each day, I may get, like... In which I'm not... It's not a complaint. Like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I got married. I like, being around her. I like hanging out with her. But, like, alone time, like, I might get, like, an hour and a half, in a day. So, like, I have to decide, like, okay, am I going to practice combos? Am I going to try to write a song? Am I going to...
practice combos.
Like what am I going to do with this hour and a half? Like, it's not a lot of time, so it's just, I'll probably have to be like a, like a weekend deal where, like, I think they're going to the casino next week, so I might be able to check that out then.
You could.
Yeah.
You could.
Might be able to. But,
You've gone...
I haven't made much progress here, man, because, like, I need a sticker for one, but I don't know if I have this. I don't know if I have. It's number 65. But I don't know if I have this put together correctly.
It's a mailbox.
I don't want to
administer it.
Well, because I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be.
This is interesting.
I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be.
Never seen a piece like this before.
So,
it looks like
I didn't want to administer the sticker. But then I think I made a wrong turn here as well, like where it needs to be placed. So, like, there's a lot going on there. But in the interim,
you are definitely missing something.
Is it one of these? My chance?
No, you didn't need this at all, and you need 2 of those actually.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, man. Back on Invincible though, like, do you have a favorite character? Oh, it's a robot, right?
I do jive with Robot quite a bit. Eve is also very awesome.
Yeah.
Debbie has really come around.
Yeah.
For sure. Like season 2, I think I would have to say Debbie. Season 1, probably Robot.
Yeah.
And then, like, Eve is just like, second place on both of those.
She's so, like her only weakness is her own imagination. You would think, you know?
Yeah,
like,
pretty much, yeah.
She can pretty much do whatever she wants to do.
Yeah. I just really like how they in episode. What the hell is going on here, man? How is this? What is going on? In season 2, they show her, and this might be controversial to Big D, I think, over here. They show her, like, so at the end of season 1, the city of Chicago was completely destroyed. And so she's going to Chicago. She wants to help people. So she goes there, and there's some people doing some construction.
Yeah.
And she helps them out with it. And then at the end, you know, she gets told off by, like, the constructive leader. You know, she's like, "Don't do that! You scared the shit out of us!" You know, and then some, like, resident or some, like, just, you know, civilian is just sitting there and, like, takes Eve's side and is like, "Fuck you, construction lady. She's helping out.
Yeah.
Don't tell her to not help." And then, you know, they get to talking, and then Eve builds, like, a park for the town as well. Like, okay, cool, all good things. First point, okay, if you're helping a city get rebuilt and you're a superhero, do not fucking help the place that is already being helped by the construction team. That is a dick move. Okay?
No, we're on the same page on this, actually, yeah, because that was the first thing.
Because they get all their equipment, they get all their stuff to the site, and then you just go whoop, 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 and they're like, okay, and then they move all their stuff to the next site, and you go whoop, whoop, whoop. It's like they're just moving around, and they're not actually doing anything. You need to go somewhere else where the construction team isn't and help that area.
Not only that, she probably robbed those guys of, like, at least a couple of months' worth of income, too, you know? Because, like, if they get paid for doing a job and they didn't do it, you know what I mean? Like, all that fucking
there's
labor.
A lot of stuff to be repaired in Chicago, so I think they would be able to find something else. But they would have to spend the time to move all their equipment to the next location. Yeah. I think that's the main thing.
No, yeah, when we saw that, we were like, that's kind of a dick move. Like, she thought she was doing, and then didn't all of it, like, fall apart?
Yeah, so the park that she built was built. It was only built on, like, some just, like, desolate land that, like, looked ugly, and that was why she made it look nice.
Yeah.
And turns out the reason that the land wasn't being used was it was on a sinkhole.
Oh, and that's what it was. Just
so the lady and her kid that, you know, complimented Eve and said you're doing great stuff and great work died in a sinkhole accident at that site. And I thought that was great character development for Eve. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, because it taught her a valuable lesson. Like, hey, man, like, you can't just fix the world with your powers, with, like, everything that you know, like...
Which her dad had been trying to teach her for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, granted, he was being a dick about it. Yeah, he was being
He's a huge dick about it, but he was at least trying to teach, you know, that you need to be careful with your powers.
Yeah, it's like, you can't...
He did it in the worst way possible. But...
Yeah. And also, I think he was pretty fucking stupid. Like, he wouldn't take that hunk of gold she just made for him.
I know, I agree with that.
Really?
If someone... Dude, because if I want to earn my worth. I don't want it to just be handed to me.
If
someone came to me and was like, here's $1 million, and I didn't do anything to earn it, I'd be like, I'd probably sell it, but I'd probably give it away. Or I'd spend it on something like frivolous that doesn't actually matter.
But see, you've been really responsible with your money, so you don't really need money.
Just like that man.
That man, no, there was all kinds of bills and shit piling up. They needed the money.
Because his freaking job got destroyed in the Chicago thing.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Before that, he was doing just fine.
But even still, that circumstance is beyond his control. And here she is, like, hey, just take this, please.
But he wants to take control, and it's someone else taking the control.
I feel like that's fucking silly. Like, it's like you said, it's one thing, like, if someone just, like, shows up, hey, here, you don't ever have to work or earn anything ever. Like, yeah, granted, a part of you would not want to accept that, but, like, if you got fucking debt collectors knocking down the door, and your wife is, like... in the next room, looking all fucking panicked and haggard, and, you know, like, take the fucking gold, man.
I mean, he probably should have taken it, given the circumstances, but, like, it's the principle of the thing.
No,
I'd probably deny it, too, man.
You gotta be objective about, like, it's good to have morals, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, don't fucking starve or, you know, like...
I would probably just end up starving.
Lose your home because you don't... And I could see if, like, she stole the gold... Or, like, you know, I don't know. I thought that was fucking silly. My ass would have been at a pawn shop. Like, hey, look what I found.
Look what I found. It's apple made of solid gold.
Yeah, like, hey, man, what do you think? Where do you think this is worth? You know, like, fuck.
I mean, I definitely
understand.
Have the book? Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I got it.
I thought I was tripping.
No, you're chilling. Did you put that sticker on good, man? Oh,
yeah.
nice job, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man.
Great job.
I
I totally... I know I'm like in the minority here. I think most people would take the golden apple, but I am definitely with the dad on that one. I would not take the golden apple.
That was fucking
I would
silly.
probably take the food. Filling up the food with fridge, I would probably take that. I would not take the golden apple.
Yeah, this fucking idiot, man. I forgot that she got them groceries too, and he wouldn't take that either, man. Like,
Yeah, I would probably take the groceries. I'd be like, okay, thanks, honey. Don't do it again. I need to get back on my feet, but we'll take the groceries for now. You know, I'd rather you use your powers to help me get, a better paying job than just giving me food. Just talk it out with her. But the gold apple was just like, that's too much. I can't accept that.
I think you're looking at it from like your financial standpoint as opposed to someone that's like getting harassed by debt collectors on a daily basis. Like that to me was fucking silly. I understand like having pride and all that shit, but like I don't know, man. I just felt like that was a little silly. Like just fucking take the help. Yeah,
just take the money.
Just take the money. Just take the help.
Yeah, I can definitely understand why most people would be in that regard. I'm just me personally.
I mean, especially if you're a person of faith, you know what I mean, and you are of the belief that there are forces beyond your control. You know what I mean, like that are acting. Whether it be God or Yahweh or Vishnu or Allah, whoever it is you pray to. You know what I mean, like. Wouldn't you look at that as like a blessing from above? Like, hey, maybe God put her in our lives because he knew that there were going to be circumstances beyond our control. You know what I mean? Like,
the way I look at it is it's like nothing is beyond your control. Like you can prepare, like I said, like I'm like Cecil, I got a contingency plan for everything. So I would be prepared. If I got caught off guard, unable to pay bills, that's not because of something out of my control, that's because I didn't plan hard enough. That's the way I look at it. Personally, again, not necessarily the right way to look at it. You don't have to look at it that way. But
that's very noble. You know what I mean? Like you definitely wouldn't be somebody that ever turned to a life of crime because you have the mindset.
Well, hold on a second.
Oh well.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about here? What do you mean?
Well, if you feel like
what do you got against crime, brother? What do you got against crime?
Well, okay, so you wouldn't take a handout, but you'd do like a bank robbery?
Probably not. No.
That's what I'm saying. Like you would never be
like
one of those people
like some other crime options.
Like start stealing some shit because like you feel like it's owed to you or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel like you would ever turn to the dark side in that aspect of like just starting to do crime or theft. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. Because like you just said, like, if I need money, it's because I didn't plan hard enough. But like a lot of people that do crime are just like, I need money and this is the only way I'm going to get it.
Well, maybe my plan is to rob a bank.
Oh.
Maybe that was my plan.
That was the plan that you didn't plan
all along.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is going to rob some shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's hypothetically.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't actually rob a bank or anything. But I wouldn't necessarily sound like I probably would never do crime. Just because I don't think I'm the kind of guy. Look at this. Look at these muscles. So I can do crime. So I don't think I'm cut out for the life, but I don't think it's because of like.
I know for a fact I would never make it in jail. Like,
I feel like you're like hyping jail down too much, man. I feel like jail isn't as bad as you're making it out to seem, man.
I've been to jail.
It can't be that bad though, right?
It wasn't good.
It can't be bad though, right?
It wasn't good. I'll tell you that shit right now, man. Like, yeah, and that was just jail. Like, we're talking. Like, if you're talking like a bank robbery, you're not fucking. Well, you would go to jail until they decided how long you were going to go to prison.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man. That we're not guys that were designed to make it in jail.
I think I can make it.
Well, sure you're very smart, so I'm sure you would be able to make it in the sense that like you could help out a lot of people with their legal issues, or you could offer financial advice as well. Like, they would find a way to use you to do more crime in jail.
Wait a minute, hold on.
They definitely would. They would put that big brain to use, man. Your ass would be in there like, you would be like the fucking white power, goddamn accountant. No, you wouldn't have a choice, man. You would definitely be a white supremacist. And, like, I'm not holding that against you. Like, that's just how it goes, man.
This just in. Innocent people turn white supremacists just by going to prison.
If you want to fucking survive and not be raped, or, like,
Okay, but is it rape if you want it, though?
Oh, well...
You know what I mean? Like, if I just decide to want it, then they can't rape me.
If you just decided to want it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're in control of your own emotions, alright?
That's true.
So you just make yourself want it, and then you're just chilling.
Joke's on you, Steve. I like it.
And they're going to stop, I can assure you of that.
Oh, yeah, that would throw them off, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Like, whoa, like, what the fuck?
So even if you don't like it, you just pretend one time that you do, and then you're good.
And this is great.
Oh, yeah, Daddy? Oh, yeah?
That would definitely throw somebody off, I'm sure.
There's just like a really small chance that they're also into that, and then you're kind of
Whoa,
fucked.
yeah, and then you got a boyfriend. Now
Then you got a boyfriend?
Yeah, now you got a fucking, like...
Now you've got a slight problem, but I think the chance of that happening is probably lower than the chance of them being disgusted.
Yeah, like, whoa, dude, like...
So, I mean, it's worth a shot, you know? The worst that happens is you keep getting raped, which would happen anyway, right? So.
Well, I'm just saying, like, would you rather get raped or just help somebody with their taxes? You know what I mean? Like...
If those are the options, then yeah, I'm doing the tax thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's what they would use you for. Like, you'd be like, fucking...
Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, I missed this piece. I mean, yeah, I do the taxes.
Yeah.
Dude, I freaking... I want someone to hire me to do their freaking sales or use tax in Missouri. Just, like, file it, man.
Yeah.
I freaking love doing that shit, man. I was talking to a lady on the phone just the other day who, like, accidentally filed all their vendors' use tax as sales tax. Oh. And I, like, wanted so badly to just offer her. I was like, dude, you pay me, like, $100, I'll fucking do it for you. You just gotta give me all your damn receipts.
Yeah.
But like, I can't do that, because it's, like, somewhat unprofessional.
Well, it's illegal, yeah?
Yeah,
like,
probably.
You know, conflict of interest?
Something like that.
I'm sure you could be, like, a fucking CPA.
Dude, I would love doing it. But, like, thing is that I can't... I've looked into it a little bit. Legally, you can't do someone else's taxes unless you're a CPA. So the only way I'd be able to do their taxes is if they hire me.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just, an entity of their corporation, and then...
Right.
And then I'm good. So I have to convince someone to hire me.
Which wouldn't be hard.
Which wouldn't necessarily be hard, but, like, I gotta find someone to, like, apply.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking hassle.
I was like, hey, if you're looking for a guy to do your taxes... Email us. Email's down below.
You need some taxes done.
Let us know. Editor, put the email address. Oh, I would just have so much damn fun doing taxes. I do, especially sales taxes. It's, like, so easy, but there's, like, so many steps to do it.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I would just...
Well, I mean, we've definitely walked enough people through how to use the website. Like, so yeah.
Yeah, like, I could for sure do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's for sure, yeah.
What is going on?
But, and I mean, when you think about it, it's, like... just another form of data entry, yeah? At the end of the day?
Oh. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I just,
Did I skip a frickin'... What the frick is frickin'...
Would fear for... what am I
Oh, you... Oh, no, Big D, it's bad.
Oh, you gotta take some shit
apart. Oh, I gotta take a lot of shit apart.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no. Oh.
Man. So, yeah,
Oh, and that just fell.
CPA, though, man. Like, do you think that you would be one of those guys that, like, represents a bunch of different businesses? Or would you kind of, like, just leave it at, like, just one or two?
I don't want to represent them. I would just, like, do their taxes for them.
Well, I mean, would you just do taxes for just one business or, like, a bunch of businesses?
However many to keep me busy, man.
Yeah. That feels like a lot of pressure.
What, doing taxes?
Well, yeah, because, like, if you make a mistake, it's not something that would come out in a timely fashion.
Oh, no. What have I done?
No, man.
Just don't make a mistake, or you can just quit before they find out. Dude, that was apparently what I did at my license office job. Is apparently Well, I had to keep track of like booklets, pretty much that had like the booklets of like the stickers that you put on your car plates. They come in little booklets, and one of my responsibilities was to keep track of those and make sure you don't lose one, because if you lose them, that's a lot of money that you just lost, because each one of those stickers is like $20, and there's like 100 of them, so it's like $2,000 for a book.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and since license offices make like no profit at all, you kind of don't want to lose those, because the small profit you did make is now just gone.
Damn. I'm scared for where this is going.
Well, I left the job.
Okay.
Right? And then like a while later, the manager that took over my position was like, "Hey, I'm just wondering if you know anything about this. The owners are wanting me to ask you just in case you know anything about this missing book."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I don't know anything about it." I don't know if I lost it. I would assume I probably didn't. I didn't do like an inventory right before I left, but I did like an inventory every month, and the last one I did didn't show anything missing. So I could have lost it in like the time before when I did the inventory and I left, but I don't think it was me, obviously. But apparently it was missing. I never heard that it was found. So.
Oh man. So would it be of any use to someone if they stole it?
Yeah, you can sell tags on the black market to people who don't want to pay for insurance or can't get their car to pass inspections. That's very common.
So was this a license office in St. Louis?
Yeah, it was the St. Louis office, yeah.
So that's a
that's
a pretty big possibility that's what happened.
The problem is that even if that did happen, and even if there's proof of it, the office is still on the hook.
Ooh.
Because the office is contracted by the state, right?
Yeah.
So the state says, hey, if you lose a book, no matter fucking what,
you
got to pay us for it.
Yeah, you got it. Damn.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter if someone stole it.
Damn.
It could happen.
Damn.
It's really funny because it was so funny because it was the city that ran this office, right? So this is like their government. They know how the government works. And there was one situation where we had a tab that someone dropped on the floor on accident, which happens.
A tab?
The sticker.
Oh, okay.
What we call them. They dropped it on the floor, and the trash guy came and picked it up, didn't realize it was a tag, and threw it away.
Damn.
Just one though. It wasn't a whole book.
Right.
Just
so
one.
just
so only
$20.
$20. Yeah. So not the end of the world or anything. But at first we didn't realize what happened. Right. We just showed in our inventory report that we lost a tab. We're missing it.
Yeah.
So we go through, we watch the cameras, and we get proof that we lost it. Right. And so the city, for some weird reason, thought that if we tell the state that it was thrown away, they'll waive the fee for us.
Oh.
I'm like, no. We can try, but no, they're going to charge you for it. And they're like, oh, this is outrageous. Why would they do that? It was an honest mistake, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, it's the government. They don't fucking care why it happened or how it happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
No fucks given.
They don't care. And it was like, you're the city. You know this, don't you? I don't understand. You do the same shit. I don't get it. Yeah. If anyone would get it, it should be you. And they just didn't understand. And I'm like, all right. Whatever. Yeah, that was funny. It was only one tab though, so not a huge deal. But the whole book, I'm like, that's bad, man. You don't want to lose a whole book. We lost at the Clayton office, which wasn't run by the city, just run by just a contractor.
Yeah.
Lost half a book. It was bad. It was we were tearing that entire building up, going through cameras. We never actually figured out what happened to it.
Damn, dude.
They never found out. They just had to eat it, I think, which was pretty bad.
Man, so it's a lot of fucking pressure working in one of these license offices, it sounds like.
I mean, if you're the manager doing it, it's not too bad. There's just tactics you can do to make sure that you don't lose that kind of stuff. The main tactic is you have either only one book and everyone just takes from that one book, which is kind of annoying because then everyone has walk to the same book. You're all spread out at your stations, then you have to run back to the same book. You got to pass the book along. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. So what most offices do is they'll have each person have their own book, right? So you just have everyone use their own book, and when you're done with the book, you just get a new one. And if one's missing, it's pretty easy to catch.
Right, who had the fucking book? Yeah, that makes
exactly.
That
who
makes
had the book? You're good to go. The problem was that the book that got lost was owned or used by the part-timer. So since it wasn't just one tab missing, which is easy to see, 41 was sold, 42 was not sold, 43 was sold, it's like, okay, what happened to 42?
Yeah.
Right? In this case, it was, 41 through 100 weren't sold.
Shit.
So the thing you're thinking is, oh, it's our part-timer. He just, we haven't sold anything from that book because he hasn't, come in this week.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Well, it turned out he got like a whole new book, and the manager who was doing the inventory didn't realize that was his second book. Which I guess was the mistake there, was you should have realized that was the second book that he had, and you should only give one book to person until it's, through. But pretty much just like went under the radar until the like semi-annual inventory report came up, and then they were like, oh no!
Shit, yeah, $2,000 unaccounted for.
That was like $1,000. That's only half the book. But
God damn.
Yeah, still pretty bad.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare, man. I
what is going on?
Could never imagine running any kind of business, honestly. It
goes like this.
Too many fucking unknown variables and too many.
I couldn't run one, but I was the manager of the office, and that wasn't too bad. I mean, if stuff went bad, you did have to answer for it, but just don't let stuff go bad, you're chilling.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, you're talking about, other people with their own, hang-ups and own, like, issues at home, and, like, you didn't feel, like, any kind of resentment or anger for being held accountable for someone else's actions who was probably older than you?
I didn't really feel that way. Maybe if I stayed there for longer. I was only there for a couple months.
Yeah.
Maybe if I stayed there longer, I would have felt that way. But I didn't really feel that way.
That's my whole thing as to why, like, I've never gone for any kind of management position since my, like, McDonald's days. It's just, like, I just don't want to be responsible for other, like, fucking grown-ups. Especially because I know my maturity level. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not mature, or fucking responsible. Like,
I'm not mature.
I'm not responsible. I'm not mature. I'm not, like any of those things. So like,
what's going on here?
I don't, I know how.
I'm gonna do 2 of these.
Like I feel in a lot of instances, and just like I don't know, man. Did I fuck this up?
Is that it? Oh, that's it. All right.
Was it supposed to be this way?
Check it, brothers. I made it, dude. You're the next step. You got to finish your thing, and then you're the next step.
Okay. Well, no pressure.
No pressure at all.
Yeah.
Well, let me check the time real quick. Let's see.
We've been at it.
Feels like we've been at it for a while.
Yeah. We might be.
I don't think that YouTube video. I think it's still.
It's still like trying.
Oh no, maybe it did. Hold on. It says uploaded. Hold up.
Nice. But are we still live? Hey, and it lets you skip.
And I think it actually cut off at the right time.
Look at that. But
wow.
Did it let you pick a thumbnail?
Well, folks, we're going to have... This will be next week's episode.
Yeah.
The other one did work.
Yeah.
I haven't picked a thumbnail yet.
Okay.
For that one. Because I just wanted to get it uploaded to see if it would actually work.
But
we have... Oh, we're way over time!
Oh!
We are way over time. Wow. We lost track of it. Invincible had us going.
Yeah.
What else did we talk about?
We talked about...
We had Barney.
Yeah, Barney's fucking huge
Barney
dick.
was there. Yeah. You could actually see his dick. It was his bulge. Let's make that very clear.
What else? There's some other stuff in there. We philosophized on some stuff, didn't we? Like
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah. But that's a good thing, though.
Hey,
like, yeah.
Let us know in the comments below. What did we actually talk about this episode?
What was this episode about?
Other than Invincible, we have no fucking clue.
But hey, it's been fun. It's we'll see you next time.
And as always,
yes, dog jump off the bed.
Philosophy.